I've constructed this tier list full of individuals who are prominent in the history of my channel, as well as YouTubers and individuals that my degenerate live chat recommended. So it's going to be a tier list on people who I could potentially beat in a fight. We've got destroy, probably, toss up, unlikely, I would perish. First of all, I got to talk about my my stats, the tail of the tape. I'm 6'3", about 80 kilograms, and I have done a little bit of jiu-jitsu in the past. I have an extremely long reach. I have a long wingspan. I am decently built. Tail of the tape. I also have level 1 sorcery, and I've done a bit of Brazilian jiu-jitsu and a little bit of striking in the past. So the first one we have on the list is Lil B the Base God. It's fitting that he's first because it's the first video that kind of popped off on my channel. 6'3", I thought you were 5'10". I'm 6'3", 6'3". Lil B is an impossible task. He's got too much aura. He's got too much power. He would literally put a curse on me. Like, he'd predict that we would even fight, and he'd put a curse on me. My muscles would atrophy months before. He is incredibly powerful. I am actually secretly 4'3". Lil B is one of the most powerful individuals on the planet. All right, Aphex Twin is the second one. I think I'd probably destroy Aphex Twin. He spends too much time twiddling with his little knobs, making stupid electronic music to have any ability against me. He's also a little, like, he's soy. He's from Cornwall. To be fair, he owns a tank. He does own a tank. So if he rocks up in the tank, we'll say toss up, because if he rocks up in the tank, I'm done for. Jello Biafra. I think I'll probably beat Jello Biafra. I mean, I'm pretty sure he probably has autism. He's probably got some autism strength. He's definitely energetic. And by the way, guys, we're doing in their prime if they're older musicians, because don't say Aphex Twin is silly. I said he was soy. But Jelly Biafra, I'd probably beat Jelly Biafra. We've got the entirety of Blasphemy. The entirety of I would perish. I would get destroyed by the entirety of Blasphemy. I don't know why I decided to put that on there. Euronymous. Destroy. We got the first destroy on the list. Euronymous. I would destroy Euronymous. He took L's the entire time. He would take another L from me. It's clear. Fresh Boy Swag, I would also destroy. I met Fresh Boy Swag, and he is minuscule. He's skinny. He wears expensive glasses and leather jackets. I'm not saying like that's a reason that I'd destroy him, but I did essentially mog him in real life because I smacked him on the back and said good shit, and he looked like not happy with me. He wasn't pushed. He conveniently fell onto the knives. That's true. Anthony Kiedis. I think it'll be a toss-up. He's been training. He looks pretty jacked in this picture. It really just depends. I feel like if Anthony Kiedis got a hold of me, but then again, he annoys me so much with his singing style that if he opened his fat gob, I would immediately become more enraged and probably do like 10% better in the fight. We got Buket, the grindcore goat. I would perish, unfortunately. On or off drugs? We're going to take that into account, whether the person is on or off drugs. Geordie Greep, I think I'll destroy him. I don't know what to say about Geordie Greep. Let's say probably. I don't know how tall he is though. Add Dave Blunts. We'll keep Geordie Greep in there. We'll keep him probably, because I'm not sure. Brad Taste, I don't think I need to say anything to that. I think that's the easiest one so far. Between Euronymous and Brad Taste. We'll put Brad Taste at the top of Destroy. I feel like Greep has Bugs Bunny aura and a trickster spirit. Yeah, we'll hide around a corner and smack me in the head with an oversized like wooden mallet. Chris Barnes. That is not Chris Barnes. That's also not Chris Barnes. I'll just pull his dreads. I'll just like tug on his dreads. Brad Taste is unreal, bro. Chris Barnes is a pussy. Yeah, I mean, there was that whole Seth Putnam thing. Speaking of Seth Putnam, we got him coming up. Nick Nocturnal. I think most music YouTubers in the space I'd probably destroy. I really don't see a world where he would beat me. I don't know how tall he is. He's way younger than I thought. I thought he was in like his 30s. What the fuck? I thought he's got like millennial humor. Why is Turkey Tom there? Because somebody recommended it. I think I'd destroy him. He's not gonna soy face and fucking speed pick his way out of this one. MC Ride, highly unlikely. He's getting a bit up there in age. In his prime, I would perish. But right now, I don't know. I feel like he spends too much of his time painting and being antisocial. I just don't know. I feel like it's a toss-up. MC Rider could tear all us apart. Toss-up, MC Rider will destroy you. Okay, we'll put him down in unlikely. Iggy Pop. Yeah, we're putting Iggy Pop in destroy. He has such a lust for children, though. I don't know. If I was a 13-year-old girl, it would be down here. But because I'm not, I'm 6'3" and I'm based, I would destroy him. Jeff Mangum. Yeah, we'll keep him up there. Pyrocynical. Yeah, I'll destroy Pyrocynical. Same with Kevin Shields. Wyatt's Metal. I don't know. I feel like Wyatt's Metal is like a boomer, right? Or like maybe an older millennial.
When I saw this band perform live at Aftershock, music
Yeah, I think I'd destroy. I feel like my ego's getting too big here. Wyatt's huger? I don't think so. Ian Mackay. We're gonna do him when he was younger, so it's unlikely. He has some insane energy, and he's incredibly healthy. He doesn't drink. He doesn't do nicotine. He's not. Wyatt is awesome. Yes. El ego. All right, I'll put it down. But why? Like, I'm in my prime right now, and I've fought before. I think right now the destroy list is absolutely fair. This is all fair. Maybe Iggy Pop can go down to probably. MGK. I don't know, though. I feel like he probably does, like, boxing lessons. I don't know. I feel like he's one of the motherfuckers who's suddenly going to get into UFC. I'm in my prime for one more year. I don't know. I feel like fighting prime is, like, early 30s. Late 20s, early 30s. I feel like he does, like, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at this point. He has to. He listens to Joseph Rogan and does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know why I put women in this tier list. I'll destroy Shannon Blake. And speaking of women, I'll destroy Tim Henson. And I'll destroy Erin Miklau. Actually, no, she could poke my eye out with that stupid hair of hers. Iggy Pop has 1 foot in the grave. Yeah, but like I said, his lust for children gives him power. King Buzzo, he's a bit of a barrel. He's built a bit like Fantano. He's built a bit like a barrel. It's like Fantano. If it was in like a small, like a prison cell and he got underhooks, I think he could f me up. But if we were out in public, I keep him on my range. I play outside foot position. I jab him. We'll put toss up. Joji, Murdoch from the Gorillas would beat me. People say I look like him apparently. Joji. Again, Joji, when these people get really famous, I feel like they immediately, like, as soon as you get to a certain net worth, you have to start doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You immediately become a brown belt. So I'm going to put unlikely. I feel like he'd put me in, like, a triangle choke. Finn McKenty. I just started insulting him and he'd probably cry. He'd delete his channel. I'll make him delete his channel again. Igor Letov in his prime. Unlikely. A lot of these, like, really, like, crazy punks. These early punks, they just didn't give a f. He'd start biting me. He'd start clawing at my face. He probably has loads of shit and dirt underneath his fingernails. So he'd probably, like, scratch me, give me infections. It'll be horrible. So I'm going to put it in, like, unlikely. GG Allen's even worse. He'd start shitting into his hands, chucking that at me. I'd be blinded from all of that shit. I'd be disgusted by the look of him. The stench as well. Fuck my life, the stench. That would be one of the worst things, I think. Russian strength as well. Yeah, I'll move him down into I would perish. The strength of the stench would be unbelievable. I would not be able to focus on it at all. Pele Orlin, dead. I just wouldn't want to fight him. I would perish because I wouldn't want to fight him. GG Allen would bite. Yeah, he'd stop biting. I wouldn't want to fight Pele Orlin. Dead would hurt himself, lol. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, realistically, I'd win. Okay, we'll put him in destroy. We'll make this a fair list. Dead will drink my blood. Seth Putnam, another one that's in I would perish. I don't know, though, because he's all talk. Seth Putnam's all talk. What do we think, chat? Seth could kill when he takes his drugs. I mean, like, we're going to have to do before he was wheelchair bound. That's the only way we could realistically. 50-50 with Seth Putnam. We'll put it in toss-up because it depends whether he's on drugs or not. Sid Vicious, he's too strung out on Budge. It's kind of the same thing with Kurt Cobain, but I feel like he'll be a crafty fighter, so we'll put it in properly, probably. Yeah, so many stories of Sid starting fights and getting his ass kicked. There'll be one more if he was still alive today. Seth is dead, though. I could easily desecrate his corpse. We're doing in their prime. We have to do in their prime for this because many of these people are dead. Kurt Cobain, budged out his mind most of the time, but I feel like he'd be crafty. If we caught him at the right time, he could maybe take me. He could get like a flash knockout. Johnny Rotten. If we're talking fat Johnny Rotten, modern day Johnny Rotten, if we're talking fat Johnny Rotten, he'd destroy me. Same with like Dave Blunt. There's too much weight on them. Some people have far too much weight. Johnny Rotten in his prime, when he was younger, he'd just start like snarkily like chatting shit at me instead of actually fighting. So I think I'll put him in probably. This is quite top heavy. This says a lot about me, doesn't it? Sake. Varg Viganets. I would perish. He's got giga autism. He has literally killed a man. So many weapons. I had an idea for a video back in the day, chat, when my channel wasn't doing very well. Just like see how long it would take me to get like shot if I tried to like imagine, chat, if I somehow found out where he lived. And I walked onto his estate. See how long it takes me to just get shot. Like live stream it. That'd be funny. Varg will cuddle me aggressively. Varg would stab me and then call me anti-Semitic slurs. All true. Fred Durst. I don't even know what to say about this one. I can't think of anything. What do we think, chat? Fred Durst. Unlikely, absolutely destroy. He's got that white boy energy, man. He is a top tier white boy. I think it'll be unlikely. He was always kind of wimpy. He's got that white boy power though. He is chunky. All right, I added James Pliggy from Harm's Way because when I started this list, it was mainly just YouTubers and I felt like I could beat them all. So I wanted to add, I didn't want it to be like too top heavy. I would perish to James Pliggy. There's no way. And I saw him live and he's a scary motherfucker. Oh yeah, we got the guitarist from Gel. I added the guitar. I forgot I added the guitarist from Gel. I don't know if you guys know the story of this. He is like degenerate maxing. fully degenerate maxing. So he's also a fat, chunky white boy. I would perish. He's fat. He's a degenerate. He has goon power. He has endless goon power. I don't think I'd win. Just give him access to OnlyFans and he would win. Yeah, it depends how horny he was at the time, to be honest. I'll put it in unlikely because there is a chance he would destroy my bank account. Yeah, he'd manage to get access to the Coolia bank account and spend it all on OnlyFans. Men who jerk off are the ones who would beat you in the hardest. Yeah, if he did like a streak of like 1 week no fap and had that like power, he would destroy me. He is fat. I could run circles around him. Vizzy, good YouTuber on the platform. I don't know much about his build. He looks like somebody that would do jiu-jitsu. We'll put him in toss-up. I added Emily Armstrong, and I would perish because if I even laid a finger on her, I'd get like shot in the back of the head by Scientologists. Realistically, all of them would beat me. Yeah, true. Woman beater. I just said I'd get shot in the back of the head before I'd even lay a finger on Emily Armstrong. I'd get a letter through my door advertising me to join Scientology. Ozzy Osbourne and Destroy? I mean, right now, yes. But we're doing him prime. Unlikely. If he was always on drugs. Depends if he was on uppers or downers. If he was on downers, I'd destroy him. If he was on uppers, I would perish. So we'll put it in unlikely because I think he preferred uppers. He is also invincible. I don't know how he's not dead. Dan Frampton, probably. Don't know what to say. Probably. I'd beat him in a fight and then he'd make like a 12-minute drama slot video about it. Wyatt X him. I'm gonna have to have a look at Wyatt's channel for that.
My name is Latifah Thompson.
I don't give a fuck. Impressive weight loss though. What do we think, chat? Oh my days. I'm sorry, chat, about the fucking ads.
To use music to their
he's pretty built.
Again in members.
He's got those traps. He's pretty built. I got Wargasm on the list. I really need to add Wargasm. I'll add Wargasm. We're adding Wargasm to the list. All of the pictures is just her like basically fucking naked. I can't fucking add that. Fuck my life, man. Wargasm's been added to the end of the list. I'm tweaking again. I love that guy's channel. Me too. And he does have muscles. We'll put him in toss up. I think that'll be a good boxing match potentially. Boy, don't fucking throw it, brother. Don't throw it. That could be glass, man. People are destroying a fight. What do you reckon?
Bro, someone call me Ron Weasley, man.
Ron Weasley. It's a guy behind me. All right, sorry. We'll get back to it. Lars Ulrich. I think I'd probably win. Unless he found out I'd been illegally streaming his music. Cooley's weakness is projectile jiffy bags. Unless he found out that I'd been illegally streaming his music, I would probably win. Yes. There's too many British people on the screen. Makes my teeth hurt. True. Hunter S. Thompson. I'd probably beat him. I mean, he actually has a large collection of guns because he'd probably just shoot me. You would lose. Hunter was a madman. He survived getting jumped by the Hells Angels. Yeah, that's why he's in unlikely. He'd shoot me. Neopunk FM. Okay. So, with Neopunk, I made a really stupid joke for a long time about wanting to face both of them. But now there's just one of them. So I think I was confident about both of them. Again, he's chunky though. So I don't know. All right. Dave Mustaine. Sam Hyde. Yeah, he'd f me up. Dave Mustaine. What do we think, chat, about Dave Mustaine? What are we saying, chat? I'd win. Toss up. Dave Mustaine will set his dog. To be fair, he did martial arts, didn't he? He did martial arts. He like straight up like spin kicked James Hetfield in the head. Yeah, I think he'd beat me. He'd got to beat me. He actually did. He's like a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know why I put him in probably. It's unlikely. In fact, I would perish. I would perish. He has experience. He's the only person on this list that I know for a fact has experience. Milo Ackerman. So, if he had recently drank his black coffee sludge, I think he'd be able to have the energy to beat me. So I think it's a toss-up. And he's got dad strength. Look at those forearms. He's got the dad forearms. Fantano. All right, this is the one I've thought about a lot. I spend many a time in the gym thinking about this. If we were in like a small cell or a small room, I feel like he would molest me. He lifts. He's built like a barrel. If he got his hands on me and grabbed me and got like underhooks, I think he'd fuck me up. But if we were in like a street or like a ring or something, I would stay on the outside, jab him, keep jabbing him. I feel like he'd gas out. He's older. I'd break his glasses. We'll put him in. We'll put it in probably because it's unlikely he'd catch me. I'm always ready for a Fantano attack. I'm always on edge, looking behind me all the time. I could probably be. Didn't you say you were 5'1" and 40 kilograms? Just throw some meat at him and he'll crumble like tofu. Fantano would be the booty bandit in person. I'd steal his glasses. True. He'd give me a light 4 after the fight. He'd lose the fight and then give my skills a light 4. Fantano, yeah, if Fantano got a run up, he'd fuck me up. Fantano starts rolling at me like Sonic. Chino Moreno. What about Chino Moreno, chat? Chino would lose stamina pretty quickly, moan me to death. Yeah, it's got to be a toss-up. Unlikely, I'll put it. I don't know though, because he's just a man. Young Chino was a skater, so probably. Chino would summon his posse of goth girls to ooh me to death. Yeah, we'll put him in toss-up. Why is there Keemstar on the list, chat? Who suggested this? Who suggested Keemstar? Keemstar would definitely talk about his beatdown on Drama Alert. Destroy. I think the Destroy me. Okay. Common consensus is Destroy. We got Cemetery. Cemetery's in Destroy. Cemetery's going in Destroy. He's got to be in Destroy. I would pin Cemetery down and get him to admit his music is shit. We got John Wayne Gacy because of the Acid Bath album cover. I would perish. I would perish. Jacob Collier. Jacob Collier, I would destroy. He's too much of a nerd. I've met many people like this in my time. I will destroy Jacob Collier. John Wayne Gacy has non-strength. Is Cemetery off the Red Bull? Cemetery's off like the Percocet. Prime Danzig, with his height, was a monster. He'd throw a brick at me. Corey Feldman. Well, he'd probably destroy me, I'd say. I keep putting him in the wrong one. I'd perish. Henry Rollins, I'd perish. Henry Rollins would destroy me. He's too angry. He's too physically fit. He's also probably like one of those Joseph Roganites. Glenn Danzig has a glass jaw. Would destroy me with the evil bricks. He's like 5'3". Put him in. I'll put him in. I'll change it to unlikely. We got Peter Steele. Another I would perish. Will I beat Hassan? Probably not. Turkey Tom. Probably. I'll put him in probably. Fuck it. I can't. He's in Destroy. Joseph Rogan Disciples. And we got Wargasm. 1v2 Wargasm. I would destroy Wargasm because I would threaten to leak all the information I know about them. Tom works out a lot, but he's 5'10", so he's easily destroyed. He'd maul me? I don't know. He works out a lot, but I haven't noticed any gains. All right, we got the final one. Joey. We've saved the best till last. Joey's got aura. He's got power. He's chunky. He's got ridiculous aura. It's got to be perish. We got to think about aura. He is the embodiment of Jesus Christ in modern music, especially underground hip hop. 100%. I'm done, little bro. Okay, there we go. I feel like that's pretty accurate. We got any changes? Have we got any changes, chat? What do you think should be changed? Add hook to a girl. MC Ride's here. I put him in unlikely. I feel like that's not too top heavy. I think that's pretty accurate. I think that's good, chat. I think that's pretty good. And at the top of the list, Brad Taste is the easiest here. Brad Taste is 100% the easiest, and the hardest would be Emily Armstrong, because I'd get shot before I was even able to touch her.